Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome back to another episode of Business Blindspots Revealed. I'm Lesley Batson, and welcome back, Tina.
Thanks, Leslie. I'm Tina Kraft. And as life would have it, we just had some things that came up, and that called for a bye week. So, welcome
Yeah,
back, Leslie.
that's right. Thank you, thank you. Welcome back to you as well. As Tina mentioned, life was lifing, and we had to take a bye week. But it actually leads to today's topic. So let me jump into the tailgate. So, um, where do I begin? We are both around the same age. We're in this sandwich generation. We are in that stage of life where our parents have certain needs that require our attention. And I don't have kids, but you have kids, right? So now you have kids who also require your attention. I have a business that requires my attention. You have this fantastic career that requires your attention. So let's get into today the topic of just being in the sandwich generation and how the things that we have to think about, the things we have to consider moving forward. So I'm going to hand it off to you, Tina.
Perfect. So, Leslie, I see it more and more, and we discuss it at the employer level. We also see it at the employee level, right? Because we're all humans. And what can we do to support each other, whether it's the employee employer relationship, whether it is just community, but as we're caring for our nuclear family, we're
Hmm.
caring for our parents that are aging, and we're also managing business. They're all very important. And I've always said you shouldn't have to be a bad employee to be a good caregiver, whether that's at home, whether that's with a spouse, a child, an aging parent, whatever the case may be. We have to figure it out. And I get it from a benefit standpoint. The employer also has to be able to balance the time, right? Because they're depending on their team members to facilitate workflow. So,
Yeah, 100%.
right. So we have to be sensitive to all of it. But like you, I was just in need of a sandwich situation, caring for my mom, caring for my family, making sure that I'm also caring for my team and all of my clients and their employees. And at the end of the day, there's only so many hours in the day. So I believe that you and I talk a lot about oxygen first,
Yeah,
but how do we balance it all? It's not just a simple fix. So, is it flexibility of schedule? Is it Family Medical Leave Act? Do employees have disability policies to protect their income while they're managing this? And then there's how do they maintain their mental wellness? There's a lot to
exactly.
the conversation.
Absolutely, Tina. And you touched on so many important points. And I think of it from the business owner perspective, right? They're a human being as well. Life hits them just like excuse me, just like life hit me. So I had to take a pause. And so there's so many business owners where, you know, these things do come up. How are they managing their business, their team, and their family, right? How do you juggle all those things? It's really one of those things we have to think about. You can't wait for the emergency to happen. What are the things that we can do, to just to have some to be proactive, right? So whether it's for us personally, for our business, for our employees, our family, what are the things that we need to think about so that we can try to be as prepared as possible for the unexpected things that come that may take us away from our business or our career or whatever for a small period of time. So I feel like let's hit on our MVP, our most valuable point here.
The most valuable point is to your statement, the employer is also human, right?
Yeah.
How do we really maintain the focus of keeping the human in all aspects of human resources, right? So, yes, policy and procedure, and make sure that we're consistent and compassionate, because we do need to maintain the business.
Hmm.
We also need to, in my opinion, go above and beyond when we can for the team member and the employee to breed loyalty and retention,
Yeah.
because that employee needs to be able to care for all of their whys. Why do they come to work every day? It's for their whys, and we all share a different why, but they're all equally as important. So, how do we do this together? And I believe, as an employee and a business leader, but as an employee, I give 150% every single day, knowing that my company and my team is there to support me when a bye week is needed.
Hmm. Absolutely. And I think that is key, is not just thinking of your team or your employees as, robots, right? But they are people, they have families, they have life situations. How do we make sure that we make things as easy as possible for them, provide as many resources available to them as possible so they can be productive, not just for their family, but for your business and enterprise as well. So,
Absolutely.
yeah, so we want to hear from you in the comments. We know that we are not the only sandwich generation folks out here online. We know there's so many people, and not just women. I mean, we're two women, but I think of my brother who's had to jump in as well and just do so much and balance so much between his kids and, my family and things going on at home. So we want to hear from you in the comments in the locker room. What are some of your experiences that you're going through right now? What are some tools that you're using to, work through that? If you're a business owner, what types of programs have you implemented, for your team, for your organization? Okay, we want to hear from you.
See you in the locker room.